All right, welcome back to First Financial. We're going to talk a little bit more about sales process. I know we've broken down the sales process before where we said, look, the introduction, discovery, presentation, overcoming objections, and closing. Those are the 5 different steps. But I want to take a little closer look at discovery, because discovery is one of those things that I think a lot of people take shortcuts on, and they wonder why their sales aren't coming together. So what I did is I put this together, and I found that this really helps with my discovery process, and I've seen a lot of agents employ this and really close a lot more business, is looking back on English composition 100 years ago. There's things that they teach you that when you're writing a paper, you want to cover some things. You want to cover the who's, the what's, the when's, the where's, the why's, and the how's. It's no different in discovery. And so let's break it out. So I approach a merchant. The first thing I want to know is, who the heck am I dealing with? I know it might be, Jim Smith that has, 4-location car dealership. But really, who is Jim Smith? Is Jim Smith kind of a analytical type of guy? Is he a cut to the chase kind of guy? Is he, real amiable? Who is he? I want to determine that because that's going to help me relate with him. So those are the first things I need to clue in on. And really a lot of that is just listening. The words he chooses to use with me, how he deals with me. I'm going to narrow that down. From there, I want to find out, what does Jim want? What does he want in his merchant account? How does he want that to function in his business? Then I need to find out where he is. Okay, if I know what you want, I need to know where you are first. Because where you are is present tense. This is where you're at right now. What you want is in the future. So what I want to do is I want to figure out, when does Jim Smith want this? And finding out the when is important because that's going to help me build urgency with the merchant to get him to commit and make a decision. And then I need to find out the whys. Why do you want to go from where you're at to what you want? What is the driver there? And that's something that whys are real interesting, because whys are things that we often feel like we can surmise by talking with someone because it's common sense to me. But you have to understand that their whys might be different. And if you don't allow them to articulate their whys to you, then you're running on your whys. And we can't sell on ours, we need to sell on theirs. So once you've figured all these things out through the discovery process, you get into the hows. And the hows is more of a presentation thing, but you can see how it all ties together. Because when I know where they're at, when I know what they want, and I know why they want it, and I know when they want it, that's going to help me cater my presentation. And if I've clued in and I know who I'm talking with, I'll know exactly the words to use that will relate with this merchant and help them commit, make a decision, and make their processing life a lot easier and a lot better. So employ that in your sales process. You'll see you'll close a lot more business.